And just like that, with that beautiful transition, we have Little Ladies Day. If you've never seen a transition before, they are pretty magical when they happen in the game. But there we go. So if you want to take part in Little Ladies Day 2026, you need to simply come over to Uldar and go near the Aetheryte Plaza, and there'll be a quest called What Can I Do For You? And it's a level 15 quest, and you will see that the first of these quests then will reward you with 4 of the emotes. These are the Improper Praise, so the Cheer Light Blue, Cheer Rhythm Violet, Cheer Light Yellow, and Cheer Rhythm Red. So there are actually 6 emotes in total that you can get from this event, and those are the first 4. So let's pick this up. I'm not going to show you the storyline. I'll let you enjoy that. And then once you've talked to a bunch of fans, you will notice that there is a Fate event in the actual city. This is the first time they've done this. This is live from Uldar. So all we have to do now is talk to the Royal Handmaiden and say, attend the performance. And you basically get given. So I'm going to choose Surprise Me. And that will transition us into this. And then you will be able to join in the actual event. The way that the fate is scored is very simple. One of the NPC tells you as much. You simply need to match the colors that you're cheering to the character that's on stage. When there are multiple characters on stage, you can of course choose which one to match with. But that's how you will get gold rating, by matching the colors to the cheer emotes. Very simple stuff. The top reward from doing the fate completely at gold rating is 4 certificates of collaboration. And just for a little bit of an exercise, I decided to do the bare minimum, and I got silver, and silver gives you half as many, so you get 2 certificates. You actually get no certificates for bronze. So that's our first 4 emotes acquired. And as it says, certificates of collaboration may be traded to the Royal Servant at a Ruby Road exchange for gear and items. You may also exchange them for unique emotes, but vary from the quest reward. We also get the achievement for the event. So obviously the better you do at the Fate event, the more rewards you will get, and it spawns pretty frequently. Obviously this is not something that you have to wait terribly long for, and if you lose your costume, you just simply press attend the performance. Let's go for red this time, and that will transform us into red, and then we simply go and do some cheer emotes. And once you have your rewards, you can simply go over to the Royal Servant NPC over here to the left, and you will find all of the event items that you don't ordinarily get just from the quest. This of course includes the Weeping Cherry Tree for 3, which is an outdoor furnishing. We have a tabletop Little Ladies Day advertisement inside a little tabletop postcard sized picture frame, which is quite nice. And we also have the other wall mounted advertisements from the previous years. We also have the Sweet Dreamers melody Orchestrion roll from the OST from the event for 2. Then we have the other 2 emotes that you don't have from the quest, the Cheer Rhythm Bright and Cheer Light Green. Both of those will cost you 1 commendation. And then we also have the oversized t-shirts that you transform into normally, but you can have them permanently, which have a single dye palette. So let's go and have a look at the outfits first. So then there are 4 outfit pieces then, just chest pieces, and they look like the following, having a image of your favorite character. We've got Pico as the oversized Neo tunic. We've obviously got Narumi. We've also got Ulala, and we've also got Masha. And of course, when it comes to dye ability with a single palette, it's fairly obvious what bit is going to change color. It is that big block of color on the back, and of course the main fabric color, without changing anything to do with the pictures. Although it would be interesting to see different options for a second dye palette, but I don't think it's necessary for a piece of gear like this. A single palette is more than enough. They are the oversized versions of the t-shirts. It would have been interesting to see other sized versions so that we could try them with other pieces of glamour. Of course, not all of the oversized stuff will work with all of the skirts, for example, in the game and things like that. But I think it's just intended for you to wear with some jeans like they demonstrated in the event. There, it's certainly an item. They aren't 100% my cup of tea, but they might be yours, and that's awesome. But I'm not personally the sort of person that's going to run around with another character's face on my character's chest, but I'm not much of a stan for these characters in particular. All right, a look at the emotes very quickly then. So of course these will be found in your special section. There are no standard versions. So under special, these are looped, and the new ones include Cheer Rhythm Red, Cheer Rhythm Violet, Bright, Cheer Light Yellow, Blue, and Green. The Cheer Jump ones, like we had before, are very similar. But unlike those, the new Cheer Rhythm ones, for example, Cheer Rhythm does to a certain beat, and then the Cheer Lights do a swaying side-to-side motion, which is pretty cool. Speaking as someone who more recently has attended a lot of community-led events in the game, there has been lots of opportunities where you would want more options for glow stick emotes specifically, both for RP, both for events, and both for GPOs as well. There will be a lot of people who will receive this quite well, and having some different animations associated with them to separate them from the previous ones, such as the cheer waves and jumps, will always be welcome as well. They're pretty cool. They are emotes, and we get 6 more of them. What's not to love, really? I do think with the amount of glow stick emotes we've got now, it would be really nice to make a return back to dance emotes. We sorely need more dance emotes and variations of dance emotes. Do the same thing you did with glow sticks, just with variants of dances. That would be pretty cool, at least in my opinion, for the next set of emotes. One thing that is a little bit disappointing with the new emotes is that on the actual quest, when you're using these under your transformation, you get a special effect when you press them. For example, if I cheer light blue on this person, all it does is the animation. It doesn't actually give you the ching of the spell effect, which is a real shame. But, you know, we can't have it every way. And if you are actually after extra storyline, there is another optional quest that will reward you with confetti. You don't need to do this. There's no major reward, but there is actually extra storyline. So if you want to enjoy that, that's available as well. Okay, put me out of my misery. How good are the weeping cherry trees? These outdoor furnishings will cost you 3 of the certificates of collaboration, and they look like this. Oh, they're so good. Oh no, I'm gonna have to do the event again. Look at those. So that's what they look like. They're brilliant. They're so much better in the game than they were on that preview website. I mean, they're pretty short, but they are perfect. We've also got sakura petals falling down here off the cherry tree. That's the old one, if you want to know in comparison. They basically have reskinned it, right? It's got the same effects as the other sakura trees, but this one is, yeah, it's a weeping tree. I actually prefer this. Yeah, good job I did the event a couple of extra times so I can fill my garden full of cherry trees. But yeah, who wouldn't do that, quite honestly? Beautiful, beautiful. Highly recommend. That's certainly the thing I'm going to do repeatedly, and store them on my alts, because I don't want to wait until next year for the next time the little ladies comes up and have to spend money to get more of these trees. They do look really good. Definitely get them whilst you can. So one such housing item I've been super excited for, and that's the Tabletop Little Ladies Day advertisement, which is the tabletop picture frame that's got a dyeable frame. The reason I'm excited for this is not necessarily because of what it is, but because of what it could potentially be in the future. So it's quite a huge, wow, that is a massive tabletop picture frame, actually. I thought it was going to be a lot smaller than that, like half the size maybe. But we've got the picture frame on the background with the traditional little arms to keep the picture in with the cork board. And then on the front, we've got the wonderful picture of none other than Thancred and Minfilia with the previous year's artwork. That looks absolutely fantastic. I love that. And of course, the frame itself is the section that's dyeable, and from the background, you can see that better as well. But we kind of knew that was going to happen, so you can change it to match whatever wood interior you're going for. Really, really nice, though. That is a cool picture frame. I mean, you know what I'm going to ask? I want them to do this for other characters and other pieces of artwork in the game. It would be really nice if we could have the sightseeing log portraits in this size as well. And yeah, it'd be nice to capture some memories, because I think the leaning picture frames like this, tabletop items, are an absolute win. We need more of them. Really, really cool. And then, of course, we've got 2 other advertisements that are wall mounted. These are from previous year's events. So if you want the Thancred and Minfilia artwork on your wall, definitely get that whilst you can until next year when that gets added to the store. And of course, the beautiful songbirds as well. They're looking pretty great. Those are really nice. Very cool stuff. Definitely worth getting whilst they're free. If you're wondering what the Sweet Dreamers Melody Orchestrion roll sounds like, it obviously sounds like this, which is from the event added today. Which is pretty cool. Honestly, I quite like it. I dig it. It's obviously idle music. It's nice to have a new version of a very familiar song in the game. Very cool stuff. And of course, this event lasts until the 12th of March. There is also some items added to the Final Fantasy XIV online store if you want to go and pick those up, including the Seneschal Prince's attire from a previous year, the bouquet emote, and the other Valentine's Day poster. So the question is, what did you think about it? Personally, I thought that the Fate event was a nice welcome return. It was definitely more social, less experience of just logging in and turning in quests, getting reward the better. Even things like this, small things, they're a pretty good distraction. The rewards were really good this time, having that many emotes, some t-shirts, you know, some housing items. If only every event was like that. Of course it can't be, but we got a lot of stuff this time. Will it all be to your liking? Probably not, but hopefully other events in the future are as generous and as well thought out with other activities to do. Anyway, let me know what you thought. Thank you so much for watching. More videos on the way, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.